Welcome to Chiefs C4 Podcast, where cops, cars, and current events are the preferred topics of discussion. Kyle McPhee, aka The Chief, is a retired 31-year veteran detective of the Michigan State Police, an avid hot rod builder, an automotive connoisseur, a Native American, and the proud father of two sons, both members of the U.S. Army Michigan National Guard. This podcast is not intended for the weak in heart. Alpha males are always welcome, and honest opinions are always given. Now buckle your seatbelt. You are now entering the no snowflake zone.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Chief C4 Sports and Podcast channel. Hey, just wanted to come on here and I wanted to mention something and just see if anybody else is maybe having this issue or not. But as many of you know, I have a large collection of sports cards dating back to the 70s. And they've been in a climate-controlled environment since then. When I retired a few years ago, I thought, I'd get back into those. They sat for many years, in their storage containers here, and I didn't do a lot with them because I didn't have time because I was working. But I started going through them, especially during COVID. That's kind of when I really got back into them, and I opened up an eBay store called Chief Sports, and I was posting them all on there, and I did quite well. Obviously, during COVID, everybody kind of did well online, but I did good for 2020, 2021, and then in 2022 I started out good, and then it just absolutely kind of went in the tank for some reason. And I started checking around, and some other people were having the same issues, and it just looks like we're basically being pushed out. The small collector, small sellers on eBay are being pushed out, and eBay's catering to these monstrosity businesses that are on there. Obviously, that's making them more money than we are. But, most everything that I have on I think I have 240 listings right now. And I was usually selling probably, when I was really ramped up there, I was probably selling 5 to, maybe 5 cards a day, and not high dollar ones. I had a mix of medium range stuff, $5 to $10, and then I have a lot of stuff that's $1.20 or $1.99 cards, that are from the 70s or whatever. So I have a pretty good range of stuff. I don't get into the high end stuff that's, I had a few that are over $100, but those went pretty quick. But just your normal run of the mill stars and inserts and stuff like that on a lot of the later stuff. But eBay pretty much just killed us off, and now it's to a trickle where I even called them, and they're like, "Oh no, there's nothing wrong." I've been an eBay member since 1999, but I opened the store I think in 20. I mean, I pay them a monthly fee for the store, and I think I'm going to shut the store down. There's no reason that I'm going to do this any longer to pay them just to have the store, and I'm getting no views on my stuff, and so eBay's pretty much, gone by the way of big business, and they know where their bread's buttered, I guess. So all the small cats that are trying to do this to make a little bit of beer money are getting pushed out. So I believe I've come to the decision I'm just going to close down the Chief Sports eBay store, and I'll leave the 240 that are up there. But I kind of played around with, they say there's no algorithm and all this kind of stuff for eBay, and there clearly is, because you can manipulate it. If I don't post any new things on eBay, for a week or so, your views will die, your sales will die, absolutely go to zero. So I'll go in there and I'll put 2 or 3 new cards on there, and then all of a sudden my views go back up, and all of a sudden I might sell 1 card. And then, so basically it wants you just to keep adding and adding and adding cards all the time, every day, even though you're not selling more, more than you're adding. So I don't want to manage 1,500 items on an eBay store. I don't have that kind of time. And I have other things that I'm involved in. I have 3 businesses and that kind of thing. So eBay is just killing us off. So it is what it is. I'll leave those 240 up there. to see whatever happens. But they probably will never get sold off there. I'll have to cancel all those sales, but or those those items. So so that's unfortunate that that's going to happen. But if you guys have any other outlets for the small seller, throw them down in the comments below. I'd be interested to see what everybody's doing, because I can't be the only one that this is happening to. um, it's ridiculous. So anyway, that's kind of the skinny on the latest I found out about eBay and how they're working. You gotta, some of these cards sellers on here are major sellers. I mean, tens of thousands of cards for sale on their sites. I mean, and eBay loves it because they get a cut on every sale, so they don't get, if I sell 4 cards a week, that don't mean shit to them. So they pretty much just kill you on the algorithm and don't allow anybody to see your stuff. So I guess it's a pay to play situation, if you will. I don't know, but whatever. I'm going to probably shut her down anyway. So so that's the latest on that. I just wanted to give you kind of something to think about if you're in the card collecting business. And I got all sports, and I think what I might do is there's a couple large sports cards shops here at the local mall up the road, and they seem to be doing pretty well. They've been there. They have card shows on Saturdays and stuff. I used to do the show circuit when I first started this, probably in the early 90s, where the card hobby was really flourishing. I did a couple card shows and did pretty well. But I might just take a few of the larger boxes I have up, or contact them, see if they want to buy it in bulk or collection or whatever. But we'll have to see. But I'm no rush to. I mean, I've had these things for 40, 50 years now, so there's no rush to just dump them. But there's a lot of good stuff in there. A lot of good old cardboard. So everything else seems to be marching along here. I'm getting pumped for March Madness. The Big Ten tournament starts today, I believe. My team, the Wolverines, play tomorrow morning. They do not have a good draw in the tournament. They got to play Rutgers Thursday morning, who I think they split with this year, if I recall. And if they beat Rutgers in the second round, they got to play Purdue, who I believe is number 5 in the country. So, they didn't get a good bracket draw in the Big Ten tournament. So we'll see how that goes. I always watch all the March Madness stuff. I love the pageantry and the drama of the whole tournament. CBS and all, and they do a really good job. It's fun to watch. Baseball's coming up, man. I'm getting fired up. I watched a little. I had to renew my MLB TV subscription. I think February it expired, so I just renewed it. They ain't. I think it was $149 for the season. So I just had to bite the bullet because I watch a lot of baseball. I'm a big Tigers fan. You see my Lance Parrish jersey right there. I was a catcher my whole life, and loved that guy. Love Lance Parrish. So baseball's coming up. I've been the Tigers, man. I'm a little worried about them. I mean, they didn't get any big names in the offseason. They got rid of some of our bigger, some of our decent players. And I don't know. I guess we'll have to see what shakes out with them. But I wouldn't mind going down to Florida and watching some spring training baseball one of these times. Maybe next year or something. We'll take a trip down there and do that. That'd be fun. But yeah, well, the season's coming up here. And I think last year I was playing a fantasy baseball league. I got into it. I was very interested in it. I enjoyed it. The first year I retired, I think 2020, 2021, something like that. And I enjoyed it, but it was so time consuming. Every day I had to set the lineup and find out who was injured and who was pitching and all that stuff. It just took a lot of time, and I have too many other hobbies and running my little businesses and stuff like that. I love to watch it. I watched all 162 Tigers games the last couple of years, seasons. So I like watching it. I watch a lot of late night West Coast games here in the East Coast. They start at 10 o'clock at night, so we get to watch those on MLB. I like watching the, Otani out there in the West Coast, and he's always fun to watch. So I do follow baseball a lot, and a lot of people don't like to watch it, but they, you gotta know the strategies and that kind of stuff behind with the managers to really get a feel for the game. And some of the rule changes. I'm not real big with the pitch clock, I don't think, but we'll see how that goes. I did watch that with our minor league baseball team here in Lansing, the Lansing Lugnuts last year. They were using the pitch clock, and it really didn't seem to change the game that much. I think that the pitchers getting a routine, and there was always time left on the clock. I don't think I ever saw like any violation or anything of that. So season's getting fired up, so I'm getting fired up. That's pretty much it. Trying to get through this winter here in Michigan, man. It's been a mild winter, but it's kind of been one of those it can't make its mind up if it wants to be winter or not be, and you get that in between muddy, slushy kind of shit. And I just would rather have everything freeze and then thaw, but this February just was, you didn't know what was going to happen. And then I'm sure March we're going to get blasted by a couple of blizzards here, and it'll come and go, but gonna have to go south and get some warm weather here before long. So getting old enough where that might have to happen here soon. So as soon as Mama's done working here in a few years, I think we'll probably bail and look for a warmer climate, whether it be, everybody's going to Florida. That's going to be, I don't like the crowds. Might have to find somewhere else that's so, less crowded, but I don't know if you can find that anymore. So, all right, folks, that's it. That's just an update from the old Chief here on the Chief C4 Sports and Podcast. Thanks for checking us out. If you could give us a like, subscribe, share it with somebody, and we're trying to get some more followers going here. And maybe I'm gonna have some pretty cool guests coming up in the summertime. We'll get on here and chop it up and see what's shaking with some of my old friends. So thanks for stopping in. Until next time, take care.